Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Ball FighterZ. I did it again this time as a joke though. I'm Drunken Dan.
He's Table, I'm Train.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm here again.
Yeah, we're all still here. In fact, actually I wasn't sure if we're gonna be able to record this week, so I was like, am I gonna have to just put up some stupid video real quick?
And then the answer is still yes.
I mean, yeah, but it's a different stupid video.
It's an intentionally stupid video.
Intentionally stupid video of a piece of cheese.
So we can talk about San Diego Comic-Con.
Everyone, take up your positions now.
Oh yeah, we can. Not a lot for me to talk about though, to be honest.
So who saw the Shazam trailer?
Wait.
I did not.
Oh.
I decided I didn't want to watch that. Why? Was it good or was it bad?
It's actually surprisingly okay. I don't know, I have to actually see the movie, and well, I don't know if I'll even do that, but it was, at least it's not at least they seem to have learned their lesson about going grim dark edgelords on everything.
Fuck Batman.
For now, you never know.
There was
Fuck Batman.
actual jokes in the trailer.
Fuck Batman.
Oh yeah.
Fuck Batman.
Oh yeah, the title. Oh, that was. Yesterday I was talking to my friend who has the wrong opinion, so I've explained to Dan and.
So I'm gonna guess he likes it, and he says it sounds great.
Yes.
Oh, who would have fucking saw that coming?
I kept on making fun of me, guys. I'm unironically excited for that.
What a
it's like,
shock!
why? Why? Of all the wrong opinions you've ever had, friend who I won't name,
Go find judo by myself.
why is that one? This is the same guy who told me that Suicide Squad is a great character piece.
Oh, oh God.
Yeah, it's that same guy.
I thought Suicide Squad was surprisingly not the worst thing I've ever seen, but I wouldn't exactly call it a good character piece.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen worse things. I've seen car accidents.
I mean, compared to Batman versus Superman or Justice League, Suicide Squad was almost, maybe possibly enjoyable. Like, I cracked
She
a
was his
smile.
queen.
I cracked a smile a few times.
Now, were the smiles ironically laughing at the thing, or smiles of general enjoyment?
No,
as
no.
intended?
It was a few. There were a couple seconds of genuine enjoyment. Like, this isn't so. Oh wait.
For a
Wait, hold on.
for a brief moment, you thought you were somewhere else in some other movie.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, that's more than Batman versus Superman ever got out of me. So,
This is true.
you know.
But he just tells me he's unironically excited for it because he says "fuck Batman," and it's like, but I don't even like Batman, and I was just infuriated by that. I found it so aggravating. Like that trailer looks awful.
Okay, the most aggravating thing about that movie, I gotta take a drink though.
It's not a movie; it's a TV show.
Oh, even better. The thing though about Titans that is the worst isn't even "fuck Batman." That's the funniest line. It's terrible too, but the part that really sells how bad it's gonna be to me is I don't know if you guys saw this or know who the character Dove is, or Hawk and Dove specifically.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so good. I don't need to explain it to you guys. I can make this quick. Dove is the avatar of peace, and in this trailer, they have her murder people, just murdering people's faces, just tearing their fucking faces apart.
I wonder what Hawk is like. Hawk must go right to nuclear weapons if that's what does. If that's what the Avatar of Peace.
Yeah, this is what I described this on Twitter a couple days ago. Teen Titans, not Teen Titans, Titans feels like something a teenager in high school would write when they just learned how to cuss, like they just learned how to say fuck, and they want to act like they're more mature than they are, so they just start putting fuck and death and blood all over the place because that makes them feel more mature.
It's a web original. So no, is it a web original? It's on their new streaming service, I think, or I don't know.
Oh, yes,
Either way, the point is they can do R-rated stuff, and they're putting it in there just for the sake of being, hey, we can curse and do violent things because we're not on CW. Yeah, we're so much cooler than Arrow, right, guys?
It feels like
We could say fuck.
It feels like this started as a joke, right? It's like, oh hey, what if we made the Teen Titans, really grim, dark, and edgy? And then someone overheard that one was like, okay, that's been greenlit now. And they're like, no, wait a second, we were joking. No,
But
no!
It's like Deadpool, only it works with Deadpool. The Teen Titans is possibly the absolute worst thing I could possibly think of that you would do. Make an R-rated, ultra.
I like how every version
violent.
of Teen Titans right now is just shit.
Can't afford to lose.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go.
I like how, what was it, the Young Justice new season, like, they revealed that around the same time, and I like how the fucking cartoon looks and acts way more mature than the fucking we're trying to be serious and for adults show.
Young Justice was great. I'm so.
Oh
happy.
yeah, Young Justice is great. So,
I'm so happy
actually, that's
about
another
a
thing.
new season.
Same. One of the things I also said on Twitter is it's funny how like the two cartoons, like the old like Teen Titans cartoon, and that would cover like heavy subject matter in a much more mature way than this fucking show where they can say fuck. So they just like do the equivalent of like those old PS2 games when game designers are like, wait, we can say the F-Lloyd? And then they just started saying fuck all the time.
So Conker's
And I
Bad
love saying
Fur
the word fuck. Conker's Bad Fur Day was a little bit ahead of that, but yeah, pretty much.
So is it going to be? Is it going to be as bad as the English dub of Black Lagoon? Is the question.
Yeah! You got fucked! It's actually somewhat relevant because that's Brad Swale, the voice of Amuro and is it Catra in Gundam
Yes,
Wing?
yes, it's Catra.
And
Yeah, they are the same person.
is he Setsuna as well?
He is Setsuna, yes.
Yeah, that was it.
And
So he's two good characters. Well, okay, Quattro's okay, and then he's just the worst.
and then he's the long range guy in Gundam Seed.
It's okay. He's full of love because they told me he's full of love.
Setsuna sounds so full of love.
He sounds so full of love while he emotionally and physically abuses people. He is so full of love.
I mean,
Yeah, but it's still better than a couple other things they released.
like see Destiny, Age, Try.
Oh, okay, so I was talking about this with now Sabo, I do know you like Seed, and I'm not like making digs at you. But one of the things that I always find, I was talking to a friend of mine about this last night. Some of the things that bugged me in Seed, not even talking about characters for a second, or the character designs, or okay, there's a lot of things. But my main thing that I wanted to talk about was the mobile suit designs and their giant fuck you gravity-defying backpacks, and how much I hate them.
Ah, yes.
They are atrocious. In fact, while we're on the subject of mobile suits, I don't remember her name, but there was one character in Seed Destiny specifically where they gave her a Zaku because why do we have Zakus here?
Oh, Linaria.
That's that's
They
Lumaria.
They gave her a Zaku, which I can't remember if the Zaku she was given was specialized in either sniping or close range.
No,
but she
had the big gun pack. Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't it like she was better at close range combat, but they gave her like distance shit or something like that?
It was. She was better at close range combat, but Shin and the other guy were even better at close range combat, and somebody had to be on fire support, so they gave it to her.
Then she famously missed the shot.
Yes.
It's dumb, and it's stupid. So like, okay, so like in Zoids, you can get away with dumb shit like Lena buys a sniper and then straps a bunch of guns to it because this is supposed to be not taken seriously. This is supposed to be stupid.
To be fair, Linaria does have awful shooting stat in Super Robot Wars as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because she's not supposed to be in a sniper unit. It doesn't make any goddamn... It's not
true,
funny. Yeah. It's a war series.
Yeah,
you're trying to do a war series, and you're putting the fucking... It's dumb!
I mean, she had a few... Like, there's a point in one of the earlier episodes when, like, they were still trying with the animation where, like, she sucks in the sniper pack. And
Haha, try with the animation in Gundam Seed. That's funny.
Oh, it gets... Oh, trust me, it's good compared to
See Destiny.
Oh no, this is I'll get to this in a minute. But basically, there's a point in the earlier episodes where like she misses several times with the sniper pack, and then she just ejects it and like starts using her bare fists and does significantly better.
She has bare fists.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I didn't know she used that, guys.
Yes.
I've only taken a few
They are angry bears, as far as I'm concerned. They're angry bears.
It's literally a bear in Build Fighters.
All right, so this is what happens with Seed Destiny's animation after I think after the first 12 episodes. Like they did one fight, And then they pretty much just reused that one fight's animation for every single fight for pretty much the rest of the show. Which meant that for the entire middle section, like they were always over water because it was a sea battle and they had to reuse those shots. So for the most part, it was just
Seed had more reused shots than 78.
Yes, it
No.
did.
How the fuck do you beat 78 on reshots? How do you do that?
Because
How?
like Seba explained.
78 had the budget of nothing.
Like Seba explained, they animated one fight and that was it.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much.
I understood that. I understood what you said, Sabo, but why?
Well, there is a reason why, and it's not just it's because they were so
'Cause lack
goddamn
of talent.
behind they didn't have time to animate.
Lack of talent, lack of writing,
No.
lack of...
So so the full story that happened with Seed Destiny is that Seed and Seed Destiny were created by this husband and wife combo, right? The
Yeah.
husband was the director and the wife was the writer. So
She's a wonderful writer.
yeah, but so
She's
when
a
you
wonderful director.
get to Seed Destiny, the wife slash writer becomes suspicious that the director slash husband is having an affair with Kigali's voice actress.
Yeah.
So she starts getting pissy and like trying to destroy Kigali's character and piss everyone off. And then in the process, she's also like being extremely late on scripts and just not getting them out on time at all, ever.
Yeah.
So-
Her solution to get past her editors was be late with the script until they had to take it and couldn't edit it.
Yeah, they're no fucking the Yu Yu Hakusho guy and the Sailor Moon woman who's been like doing the Hunter x Hunter stuff for a while for him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey honey, can I make their transformations crazier? And he's like, I'm dying, sweetie, but can I make their transformations crazier?
Well, I mean, funny you mentioned about dying.
Oh yeah.
No, I do know what's happening with him.
Oh no, the Seed Destiny writer got brain cancer and did die like a few years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I felt bad kind of like casually joking with the Yu Yu Hakusho one, because I mean, I do like him, and it is sad, and like the work he's trying to do even before he passes on is really inspiring. Is it bad that I don't feel a damn thing when you told me that? I felt nothing.
No. It would be worse if you were like actively dancing on her grave, like several
Oh, no,
Seed
I'm
Destiny
not gonna
haters
do-
and Gundam fans, where people are like, "Yeah, die, bitch. That's what you deserve for writing a bad
No, I'm not
anime." Ruh.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's fucking stupid for a fucking cartoon. But like, I just don't feel anything. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's just dumb.
And then Fuka he wrote like an article, like pretty much, he basically is like, yeah, all the problems in Seed Destiny was totally my fault, not my wife's, which wasn't true. But he was basically like, hate me, please stop cheering at my wife is dead. I'm really sad. And it was kind of, I mean, I guess it was kind of moving how he liked his wife.
Yeah. Like, also, like, in general, like, you shouldn't, like, dancing on... Unless they're, like, someone who's, like, a, like, actual monster, not I made a bad cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be dancing on somebody's grave.
You know, slightly off topic.
Like, we sit here and bitch about, like, cartoons, the pieces of work, and make fun of it all the time, but let's, like, roll back for a second. Don't do shit like that to people who either were in those things, worked on them. It's just a bad piece of media. Yeah, it's fun to bitch and make fun of them, or talk about ones you like. It's fun, but there's a line, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that line is firing James Gunn.
Oh boy, yeah, that's a whole... God. We're a bunch of, like, right-wingers like, hey, look, we pulled out these old statements he said years ago that he's adamantly against now.
Yeah.
And Disney's fucking stupid and was like, oh, that's true! Oh, fire him!
You know, said right winger who highlighted these tweets from like a decade ago also had a tweet that said something about how like rape isn't easy, therefore date rape it's like extremely difficult, therefore date rape doesn't exist.
You're acting like these people aren't giant hypocrites with no morals.
I'm not.
Because that's what they are. They don't have fucking morals.
I'm not.
They pretend to have them,
I'm not
but they
disputing
don't.
that. I just mostly found it funny that Disney's like,
No, I know what you're saying. I know that, but I'm right. They don't have morals.
No,
They,
no.
they put on a facade saying that they have morals. Like these fucking religious zealots who are like, oh, we're totally Christian values, and then they elect Trump. I'm going political for a second because I feel like I need to for this right now.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say, and then they fuck choir boys.
That too!
And then
We could do the whole shebang. I don't give a fuck.
And then
No, that's not to say
other
every,
intel.
like, no, that's not to say, like, every fucking individual who's conservative is a fucking fuckface. Because they're not. I'm not a fucking idiot. But these people specifically.
so many fucks per minute.
No, I think
Yes.
he deliberately looked up that old tweet and made a big deal about it just because he was mad about some political comment Gunn made. I think that's what it was.
Oh, yeah, most likely. That's usually when they do it.
So now everyone is like scrubbing their Twitters and like anything they might have said 10 years ago, because if we piss off the Republicans, they'll pull out this tweet we made when we were drunk 15
when
years
we were
ago.
drunk, or when we had terrible opinions that, funny enough, align with them.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, not being funny, you can't really like scrub Twitter. That's kind of the problem. Once it's out in the public domain, it's there forever.
Well, they're hiring
Yeah.
like super programmers to like beat the system, or supposedly. At least that's what I've heard.
Like the thing is, like having seen the tweets, I mean, I get that they're all jokes, but not particularly good jokes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, didn't he publicly apologize for them in like 2012 or something?
Yeah, he was like, I was a stupid
he's been-
edgelord back then. I'm different now.
Yeah, people change. Like,
And
people change. There are shit people have said. There's shit I've said that I fucking am adamantly against and hate.
Things I've said that I still find funny.
Oh, I know you do, but you also get off on that because you think it's funny having people react to you. It's just nowadays, because there's so many of these fuckfaces, you're just like, guys, you're not supposed to be serious.
Now,
It's a joke. Oh wait, you're all serious. Oh good.
now I've had to up my game.
Jesus Christ.
Had to make it go beyond jokes and like push and like whisper to like Hollywood producers and be like, you know what? I think if you got the Titans and made it so that Robin says "fuck Batman," that would sell.
It was you. You're
you.
the one to blame.
I mean, like I said, it sounds like someone made a joke and someone else took it too far.
It sounds like a joke you, me, or Medi would make in a conversation, and then someone's like, "That."
Like that's a
Oh.
great idea. We should totally do that. And like, wait, no, it's a joke.
It's like when I made the joke that Joss Whedon should totally push for a Buffy reboot.
Primitive to space settlers?
Oh, so that's also your fault?
Yeah, sadly.
Thanks. Why couldn't
Oh,
it be a
I like how-
Firefly reboot?
Because Joss Whedon hates women.
He can stand after a direct hit.
I like how he does.
Yeah, he does. Like,
He's honestly a sexist fuckface.
did you ever hear his explanation for why he cheated on his wife?
You see, you know what's funny? I want to talk about what's going on screen and how cool it is, but because of this, I can't.
Sorry.
Like, because it was the fucking Turn A versus 78, where he's like, that's the White Devil who terrorized the colonies. And, like, they had, like, a fucking clash with their Gundam hammers, and we're talking about Joss Whedon being a fuckface, because he is!
Yeah, but like, he literally said when he got found out he was cheating on his wife, or he admitted it, that like it's all the patriarchy's fault he did it.
Of course.
That like, oh, but society dictates that's what I should do or something. It's like, no,
No!
no, it doesn't.
No!
You
No, it doesn't.
bitch. Fuck off.
That's not
Anyway.
how it works.
But anyway,
You're just a scumfuck.
I just assumed that he was like dead forever in terms of entertainment, but no, apparently
He's back.
He's back with a vengeance, and he's gonna ruin Buffy.
If fucking Gunn doesn't come back and this asshole came back, we are in one of the bad timelines. I'm just saying, because one of them is a fuckface, the other one was a former fuckface who actually had a redemption arc. If
Well,
so
I'm
to
sure.
speak.
I mean, I don't think James Gunn's career is dead forever. He's just not going to.
He's gonna be gone for a little
work
bit.
for Disney anymore.
Probably.
At least not for a long time because
Yeah.
of.
I honestly don't think he'll just say no forever, because why would you after they just
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
stabbed you in the back over nothing?
I mean, it sucks
And
that he's
what's
not going to
funny
be
is-
on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I mean, it's not like he'll find something else. He's fine. Joss Whedon like pretty much set every bridge he had on fire. How is he getting another shot?
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'll be annoyed if James Gunn doesn't like get work like right away, because aside from being good, he literally didn't do anything wrong. He did something. He said something in the past, but like I said, we've all said some stupid shit and done stupid shit in the past.
I'd like to point out, Disney does still keep hiring Tim Allen, who was like a drug trafficker way back
He's
when.
a drug trafficker. He's also he's actually those things.
Yep.
Like, he actually believes those things that Gunn said when he was a stupid edgelord. Because he is a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, he was a drug. Well, I mean, he was a drug trafficker when he was like 20 years old. He was like, "Yeah, stupid mistakes in my youth, whatever. I went to jail. I did my time."
I mean, that's fine, but why is it acceptable to have people like that in Disney, but not someone like Gunn who just says something, he says a bad joke like 10 years ago?
Because that was before the age of Twitter.
And fuck Twitter.
And someone was pointing out, like, thanks to Twitter, like, if you're on Twitter, you can never do anything secretive ever again.
Basically.
You just don't use it. Or don't tweet about it.
The only way to
Or social
win,
media in general.
the only way to win is to not play the game at all.
Yeah, it's like the Rooster
Yeah,
Teeth
pretty much.
guy who, like, just quit Twitter. One of the Ruby writers apparently quit Twitter because, like, he was tired of people, like, going on about how bad Volume 5 was, which it was pretty bad, but still.
I mean, I'd quit.
Ruby is no high art. I enjoy the dumb fights. That's about it.
Well, the problem is there were no dumb fights in Volume 5 because they didn't have
Oh.
the time for it. So instead, Volume 5 is literally like them sitting in one room talking for half the volume.
Ah, yes, the budget saving option.
Yeah. And like they had one, but and like the final battle was like one really cool fight, and then like everyone else, like it happened all. It was like two people throw a punch, cut to the one cool fight, and then cut back, and everyone else did their fights off screen.
Didn't you tell me that like the like latest RTX,
off screen.
the entire Ruby panel was just basically like, look at the keys, don't ask any questions.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Ruby. Well, that was the Ruby panel last year, when like there was this big controversy because they got the Bumblebee shippers, which I hope you don't know what that is, because then
I don't.
You really
I
say
do.
okay. It's the people that ship the characters Blake and Yang, the blonde and the black-haired cat girl.
Okay.
Well, they are like but like I mean, everyone ships everyone.
Because then we have the feminine nerdy one with the punch girl, because that's always a stereotypical lesbian couple we do.
Pretty much.
I'm so fucking bored of that stereotype. Can we just let it die?
But so like last year's soundtrack had like a song which was kind of like basically a love song for the two of them. So then they were like, "Awesome, our ship is confirmed, woo!" And then like he was like, "I just did it as a joke. I didn't actually talk to the staff. I just did it for fun. It's not canon. It doesn't count." And like they were like attacking like the voice actors on Twitter.
Oh,
like
it's Voltron all over again.
Yeah, throwing like a big raging like, "How dare our ship not be canon?"
Wait,
So
what? What's that about Voltron?
Because he said about them yelling about the ship not being canon. And I was just like, oh, good, it's Voltron all over again.
That was the new show.
Yeah.
You know, explain that to me when we finish explaining Ruby.
All right. So
I'll let Sabo do it, because Sabo's more rational than I am.
yeah, I don't know the full story, so you'll have to do that actually.
Okay, I'll make it quick when I do it.
All right. So, but anyway, so for last year's Ruby panel at the con, like they really didn't want to answer any questions because they knew people were gonna be like bitch about the Bumblebee song or like some other ship thing. So they were literally they were like they had Vic Mignogna come late so they could stop the panel and be like, "Hey, Vic Mignogna's here! Yay!" Everybody clapped for 5 minutes. And then like they had some other special they had Miles Luna, the head writer's grandmother, show up. Just so they were like trying to waste as much time as possible for the hour, so the Q&A could be as brief as possible. It was, and they didn't really answer anything. And then when the panel was over, they were literally sweating and sighing with relief that like no crazy shipper tried to storm the stage.
We should have just had Vic Mignogna shout his favorite catchphrase of all time.
Probably that would have.
Kakarot!
And who knows what they're gonna do this year to waste time, because like they just had Carrie quit Twitter because all the people so mad that Volume 5 was not good.
Let's just do what we did to waste time at E3. Post trailers of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Several times. The same, and sometimes the same trailer.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Yeah,
It's the best way.
Give one game 3 trailers.
So what's the Voltron story?
Okay, I'll make it short. There's two characters that the part of two guys that the fan base likes to ship together. I can't remember their names off the top of my head.
Oh, red and blue.
Yeah. Okay, so you probably know it. And basically they've like sent death threats because it's not canon, screamed at them because it's not canon and shit like that. That's the short version without me like sitting here for like 20 years trying to explain the stupidity of it.
I mean, I thought we'd gone past all this shipping bullshit when, like,
Nope.
No.
man.
People still bitch about Legends of Korra. And like that show's been over for a couple years now.
I mean, I don't give a shit about the shipping in that. It just was a fairly meh series.
Well,
overall.
yeah, no, people are most mad that like she went with the girl in like the last 5 minutes of the show instead of.
The only problem I had with that was like they didn't develop it. Like it just was like, all right, now we're a thing.
Yeah, now we're lesbians. Bye.
It's like, wait, don't you literally hate each other? Well, we're lesbians now. Did you hint at this early in the show?
No.
Creator. Oh, we totally hinted it. And what's funny is the show ended before I started to watch it because he was like, oh, you guys just didn't see it because you were looking at it through hetero eyes. So I went into the show after the show had ended, knowing that ending, being like, all right, I know she ends up with a girl. Let me watch this. And I'm like, no, you just never really hinted it. Now, if you want to do a thing where she didn't understand her sexuality and, you know, later discovered that she's into women, that's perfectly fine. But you didn't do it. You didn't do that. What I felt like happened in that show, because I wouldn't want to like that, because I liked the overall concept, I liked her personality, was it felt like they didn't know what to do with the story. It just felt kind of bland, especially compared to the last one. On its own, as its own thing, it's okay.
It just wasn't as good as Avatar 1.
Do you know what? It sounds to me like this is a prime example of why Western shows shouldn't adopt anime styles. Okay.
That's not the problem. It's just the writing in the second series, not the first one, not the original.
No.
Was just lacking.
Think about it.
It also had a lot of executive meddling in that one too.
Think about it this way: if say writer of Naruto does something that you fucking hate, like all you could do is bitch about it with other people who more or less probably agree with you or disagree with you, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you can't contact them. You speak a completely different language. You can't talk to any of the staff and they'll understand you and they won't just...
Listen, no, I know where you're going with this, but they do. But Japanese fans do it too.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking about.
Yeah, but at least over there, they can just beat them up for disrespecting them.
You know, like when they sent Anno death threats.
To be fair, well, are we sure Anno didn't say them to himself?
That's true. I mean, he's crazy.
How do you expect to change the world?
Oh, but I'm just saying it's significantly easier over here for them just to go on a Twitter crusade, I guess, because the magical lesbians aren't magical lesbians or whatever.
I'm pretty sure they just did that as one last screw you to Nick because they were mad that Nickelodeon kept recanceling.
Honestly, I feel like that they did that because without the most memorable thing about Korra is the fact that she went with a girl in the end. Like the sports game that she played in the beginning, the rules didn't make any damn sense. They just didn't really make them, though they made a big deal about it, but it made no goddamn sense.
No. It wasn't nearly as hilarious
played...
as the earth-bending wrestling in Avatar 1.
Yeah. But because when you're gonna make a sport game for them to play, you actually have to sit there and think of the rules. Otherwise, the audience is gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" Wait, are they cheating? Wait, I don't know. Maybe they're not cheating. What's going on?
Otherwise, you reach Harry Potter, where every role doesn't matter except for the role your main character takes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's it's a game, but it doesn't really matter. All you have to do is catch the one thing that the one player is there entirely to do.
So it's a case of you either need to win by 15 points to nothing, which in any kind of sports is a bit...
Or be the main character and have one of the teachers buy you the best fucking broom in the fucking world.
Yep. Well, it was with his with his substantial money left to him. Don't forget, he's also fucking rich.
Yeah.
Goddamn 1%ers.
Well, he was... I mean, he wasn't rich. He had a lot of money because, I remember... And I can't believe I remember this, but I remember a couple of times in the early books where he's like, I could buy this ridiculously rich thing, but that would cost most of the money I have in my vault, so I just won't.
I mean, first world problems, am I right?
Yeah, pretty much. Stupid Harry Potter.
Goddamn wizards.
You killed the Jaws ride. I'll never forgive you for that.
You're right. But
Harry Potter's been
but-
coming up way too much in my like private life at the moment.
it's okay. The creator's totally woke. She
No,
knows all about.
My sister is a raging Harry Potter fangirl.
So
Hold on, let me listen. I do the most representation. Let's see here, real quick. Hold on. Which character? This character right here is a transgender now.
Like you finally got motivated.
Who's transgender?
no, I think he's.
Oh no,
talking about-
I'm making fun of like how she constantly goes back and just says, "Oh no, this character was totally like gay or asexual
Yeah.
or
Like, Dumbledore was
pretending like there's
gay,
actual
was he?
representation."
Because he showed no interest in like anything.
If you told me he was asexual, there's more hints to that because
Yeah.
he showed no interest in anything.
Yeah, he showed no interest beyond being a mentor and fighting what's his face.
The problem is that Rowling is a very reactionary person. So every time someone says something on Twitter, she like instantly gets on the defensive or starts saying shit, and it's like prime example of why some people shouldn't be allowed to have up. That's why just some people shouldn't be allowed to speak.
No, but there is one positive thing about Harry Potter,
Which
and that is my sister is such an obsessive fangirl of it that now she understands exactly how I get about other things, so she doesn't judge me on them anymore.
That's fair.
You know, she used to be like, "You're such a nerd for still caring about comic books and video games."
she might judge you about the Kira body pillow though.
I don't have a Kira body pillow.
Yet.
Yes.
Your Lord and Savior, Kira Jesus Yamato.
No. I mean, if they made a buddy
My
Jesus of him, I'd probably get it. But
You know what? I'd probably get that too, because that'd be funny to have. And try to explain to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck is there some anime boy on Jesus Christ's body?
well,
Why is his head on that body? What the fuck?
I remember a lot of times because I have to explain the Jesus Yamato joke. Why is he called Jesus Yamato? Well, he rose from the dead 3 times throughout 2 different shows.
Twice as many.
And he's always right, even when he's
And
wrong.
he's always right, even when he's wrong. And he's the
He's the
Messiah
savior.
somehow.
Man. Fucking.
He's like he's like he's like the shitty version of Amuro.
He survived the nuclear explosion of his own mobile suit.
Well. What's a nuke between friends?
Yeah, come on.
Speaking of.
We've all played Civilization.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it makes more sense than him surviving the self-destruct in the first one. His cockpit section was just conveniently thrown clear.
Hey,
Which-
if Hiro Yui can survive self-destructing his own Gundam.
I mean, it's contrived, but at least that's it's contrived, but at least it's an explanation. They never really never really explain how he survived the guy self-destructing in his face. And like when they find the cockpit later, the whole thing is melted and destroyed. They're just like, yeah, you ended up in the priest's prayer garden somehow.
I'm just going to assume that the blast. That what happened was the blast like detonated and sent him hurtling back in time to a prehistoric planet Vegeta,
Heck is that mobile?
Could be.
and that's how Kira awakened to the legend of becoming the super coordinator.
Fuck.
That is actually what he
Kill
does. It is actually what he's called now.
The super coordinator,
Yeah.
or the legendary super coordinator.
No, just the super coordinator. Well, because like in Seed 1, he was the ultimate coordinator, but all that really meant is that all of his genetic modifications that they did into him, like, all turned out right, because the whole thing with the coordinators was when they were born in a natural birth sequence, sometimes their gene modification didn't always work right, so like they wouldn't have super strength in one arm or whatever. Which is actually why Luna Mari is such a terrible shot if you read the magazines and side material. It's
She's
'cause-
a really strong arm.
yeah, no, her arm has like a twitch that like a genetically perfect person wouldn't have, but she didn't get that one gene because she was born from her mother.
Because they gave all of her dominant soldier genes to her twin.
No, her twin like can't do jack. Her twin is like the communications officer.
They must have given her all of the recessive soldier genes then.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
I will scream.
But then like people just kind of memed it like, oh, so Kira's the strongest coordinator ever. And then when Destiny came out, it was basically like just like, yeah, Kira's the strongest coordinator. He's the super coordinator. He's better than all of them, except maybe Shin and Atherin, potentially,
Maybe.
but only if he
Nah.
but only if he lets them.
Yeah.
Looks like Shin beat him, but only because he was deliberately like not trying to kill him while Shin wasn't.
Oh shit.
Stop wasting my time.
Puru 2's in trouble, and they're yelling at me to save her.
Oh,
so that
no,
probably means
save
failure
Puru.
happens.
Yeah.
Now it's
Well, yeah, I
something-
gotta save the Purus. I gotta break the cycle. I'm Loran. I gotta break the cycle of Purus dying. Oh, now Emma's in trouble.
That'll
Well,
never
Puru's
happen.
closer, so
Emma's not worth saving.
listen. I'm playing the Turn A Gundam. I can break the cycle.
Except not, because there's always more Gundam.
Except
Forever.
it didn't happen. Except that didn't happen for Marita.
It's so rough. I don't like this.
There's no escape.
Yeah.
There's no escape from Gundam,
No, I was so mad about that.
especially since Legendary is now making Gundam the movie. Man,
They'll put it in the Kaiju verse.
I wouldn't mind that, to be honest.
That would
Just
be
seeing
kind
the
of
R-
cool. Yeah, no, I would.
just seeing like the RX-78 fly in, whoosh, beam saber. But I must stop this ceaseless war, and then it just gets vaporized by atomic breath.
Oh, I gotta save Judo. Now that I actually care about.
I mean, I guess now that's a good segue to say, oh my god, King of the Monsters trailer.
Oh yes.
It's so
It looks good.
good.
I saw some. Oh wait. Oh fuck. There's too many people in trouble.
I can handle these guys.
Who do you save?
Puru. Because Puru is in trouble again. Well, the other Puru. It was Puru 2 last time.
Oh jeez.
My main camera's
I gotta save both Purus.
What is she like? Fa?
Eh?
Like
It's
help-
Camille's
help-
girlfriend,
Yeah, you know.
Oh.
except she's
Oh.
not because she's not 4.
Well, she kind of won
true.
by default.
Yeah, she won by the fact that she lived.
Isn't that like how every person who ends up with the main pilot is in like the original 3? Except for maybe Rakuo. Oh, what's her name? No, what's her name? The purple haired girl.
Oh,
With
Rue.
Judo.
Yeah, no, well, no. All
Rue.
of Judo's friends
Lived.
survived. He just chose Rue for some reason.
Oh, Puru's dead.
Oh no!
No,
Hum-
the cycle
Oh, wait, no.
continues.
Oh no, she survived. She escaped her MS. It actually said that.
Ah.
Okay, I'm gonna say so. She didn't send you a message about the super laser coming.
So Haman tried to kill her. Now I have to kill Haman.
No.
Oh wait, no. Maybe if I wait her out, she'll kill herself.
Oh wait, that means Judo did have to go for. I mean, if you believe that Judo was really into Haman, then yeah, Rue was his second choice.
Oh yeah.
Kind of. I don't know. That was really weird.
It's a Torino plotline, there's that.
Yeah, it was like
You're-
we don't like
Tell me
each
what
other,
it
but
is.
we're oddly attracted to each other.
Like, space soulmates.
Yeah.
Because new type, that's the thing with new types.
I mean, I guess it's interesting that your new type soulmate is somebody that like you don't like, and is somebody
It's always someone that's trying to kill you.
you know, because I mean, yeah, I mean, at least with like 4, it's like she was just brainwashed into doing it and genuinely liked them. It's like, oh, I'm psychically attracted to this person that I don't like, who's against everything I stand for.
But hey,
Oh, Emma managed to survive on her own.
I'm sorry.
but yeah,
I lost Puru, but I still have Emma, I guess.
what a trade.
Emma will save you.
Well, I mean, Puru's not dead. She just escaped her fucking mobile suit.
Well,
But I still have. But you know, oh well, Camille's now fucking done. He just got fucking knocked out.
see, Shiraka used his mind rape powers.
You see, Camille, you're not as much of a man as Loran. I'm sorry.
He doesn't have a mustache.
They're pushing me back.
That's not even a joke. Loran is a lot tougher of a person than Camille is.
Somehow.
Yet he's more sensitive of a person.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but I can't afford
it's not difficult.
I mean,
That's true.
Camille's entire side change, or entire side selection in a war was entirely because the one guy on the other side called him a girl's name.
What? And wasn't Loran's out of like empathy?
Sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
But
It was also just that, like, he went to infiltrate the Earth, and then decided he very much liked it there. And then the moon race landed and started shooting it up. So he was like, "Hey, I like these people."
Stop. Hey, stop. Stop killing people.
Pretty much.
No! Alright, well, I found this robot I'm gonna call the White Doll.
The enemy is down. I did it.
Oh.
It's as good a name as any
Is it-
for it.
Which is actually that's pretty much exactly what Kira's whole initial thing is. He's like, "Hey, I've been living with the Naturals for a while. No, don't kill them."
They're not all psychopathic
Oh,
monsters.
shit. I actually do have to save Emma, otherwise I'm gonna fail the mission.
Oh, shit.
They changed the victory conditions at some point.
She's not fighting Yazan, is she?
Yeah, keep her from getting violated.
I don't know who she's fighting.
It's okay. Can you save Emma in SRW? I think so, right?
She always lives.
Yeah.
She always lives by default.
So it's not even like a case of, oh, you need to go.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she's dealing with, like, all of the three fucking losers that still managed to kill, like, everybody.
She's fighting Yazan. Shit.
Yeah, Yarzan's here.
Oh no,
Well, she's boned.
she's gonna get violated.
Oh, I'm here. And she's almost fucking dead.
Because I remember SRWJ lets you save Guy Daigoji from Nadesco.
Yeah. Well, no,
And
whenever
like-
the Zeta finale comes, well, aside from the fact that they usually just don't do the Zeta finale entirely, when it does come up,
Can't imagine why.
they just ignore the whole, like, everybody dies thing. Except in one game, like,
You've got
if you don't do something, then Camille will get brain fried by Sirocco, and, like, all his stats will go down to, like, worthless levels.
Well,
Otherwise, though,
otherwise that's all fine.
follow my lead. Yeah,
But hey, sometimes you get Full Metal Panic in an SRW, and that's always great.
it's well, sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's just there.
Sometimes it's fun just to have a one mech that just has a shotgun, and that's it, really.
Sometimes the plot
Yeah.
the plot stalls because they didn't
Finish
do
it.
the rest of the story yet. Yeah.
So then it's just like, oh, okay, well, anyway, your story's done, Sosuke. Just hang around with your Lambda driver, I guess.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, well, now I've fully activated the Lambda driver, and I'm ready to take on the forces of Algaman.
Later.
Oh.
But
Oh,
first,
it's like, oh, you're just gonna leave and never come back. Okay,
It's not over yet, Loran.
thanks.
Oh, Musha Gundam's finally here.
it is me, we Gundam.
Gundam Weeb.
Nice.
Gundam Weebster. It's me, the Musha Gundam, Bakugaijin.
But I won't.
Let me tell you about the superiority of Japanese anime.
They tell you superior Nippon steel.
Folded over 10,000 times.
Teleports behind you and sheets katana. Nothing personnel.
The personnel, kid.
It's just, I feel like this just got mildly racist.
No, we're making fun of weeaboos.
I know.
And Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Cold Steel the Hedgehog. He was born with a special power. Son, you were born with a special power. Now grow up to be purple and despise me forever. Cold Steel the
Nothing
Hedgehog.
personnel, the kid.
I'm sorry, but I can't afford to lose.
I love the animation someone made of that.
Yeah. It's like brand new motion capture technology.
Wow, Cold Steel, you're the best player in the Sonic Academy.
And then, like, the guy's head randomly disappears.
Was it animated by ACOM? So apparently ACOM actually did an episode. Actually did a couple episodes of Batman the Animated Series.
Were they as bad as their episodes of Transformers?
Bad enough that that Bruce Timm and Warner Brothers said, we're not going to use you guys again.
Jeez.
It's okay, because Bruce Timm's a hack anyway. It was all Paul Dini.
I mean,
I wonder if, like, Batman was missing his face in some shots.
did you ever see that episode of G1 in the third season where Rodimus and company get turned into humans?
Yes.
And but that's mostly an uninteresting episode. Except right at the end they have all these turrets, right?
Yeah.
And every time the turrets shoot, you can tell exactly where they got the sound effect from.
Oh, that's the C-3PO one?
That's-
Because he's like,
yeah.
don't.
Yeah, so every time the turret shoots, you can hear C-3PO going, no, no, no!
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, that's happened in a couple. For whatever reason, they use that sound effect a lot. But like, they take the one from the Empire Strikes Back when C-3PO walks into the room and gets blown up by the stormtroopers. But they always forget, like, for whatever reason, the line of him going "no" is like caught in the sound clip. So you have just like "no, no, no," like rapid fire random Anthony Daniels in your Transformers cartoon.
As everyone needs, I guess.
That's also the one that Cobra Commander was randomly in.
Yes.
And they never said he was Cobra Commander, but he was pretty clearly Cobra Commander.
Wasn't he Cobra Commander after the movie where he was actually a Cobra Man?
Yes.
And he was called Snake.
Yeah, Old Snake.
Old Snake, that was it.
Yeah, he was old Snake. He had a conspicuous
Big boss.
He had a conspicuous trench coat over his Cobra uniform. They only talked about how he used to be a terrorist. And like at the end he tries to do the Cobra cry, but like he starts coughing after he's halfway through it. And of course he's voiced by Chris Latta.
Yeah, because he wasn't in jail that week.
He wasn't in jail that day, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't explain that to you, right, Dan?
No, go ahead.
But Chris Latta...
I'm like half paying attention because I'm in like the boss fight nearly dying, but continue. I'm listening.
Chris
but, yeah,
Latta,
you know.
the voice of Starscream from Transformers G1, and the voice of Cobra Commander in G.I. Joe, had a bit of a checkered past, shall we say. Like, every other week they had to bail him out of jail.
Yeah, they had to bail him out of jail so he could come to recordings. So like they'd send people from the animation studio to the police station to pick him up and like pay his bail.
It was for drinking drugs, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think one time Peter. I think one time Peter Cullen had to go get him.
I mean, I can understand. I mean, it is fucking Cobra Commander / Starscream. He would be an alcoholic.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's why they killed Starscream in the 1986 movie.
And
They
Wheeljack.
were just fucking tired of his shit.
Yeah, basically.
And all of his other characters just never appeared again. For the most part.
Yeah. Well, also died.
Well, no,
But-
Wheeljack died, and he played a couple other guys who I think just never showed. Because there was a lot of season 1 Transformers that just like never showed up again after the end of season 2. They weren't in the movie, but they just never showed up again.
A lot of Transformers in general who are like that. They just kind of were there one day and then the next they were gone. Remember the Defenders? Or what were they called? Defensor?
Protectobots?
That was it.
Yeah.
And they were just in at like the very tail end of the second season because they were like, oh, we actually want you to make this toy now.
Yeah, but they did show up a couple of times in season 2, though.
Yeah.
Although,
Well, I defeated Musha Gundam.
Remember when Grimlock was given a brain transplant that turned him into a super smart guy who just built Computron?
somehow. He just built Transformers out of scrap.
Yep. Because, you know...
Even though the entire point is that if you build the Transformer without, like, having the Vector Sigma build it, then you get the Dinobots.
Hey, remember the origins of the Constructicons?
Which one?
So, Dan, the Constructicons, right, they merged to form Devastator, right?
Yeah.
So in the cartoon, they had 3 different origins for the Constructicons.
One of which directly contradicts, because one claims they built a Megatron, but another claims that Megatron brainwashed them to become evil in the first place. So figure that out.
That was both in the same season, I should point out.
Yes.
Well, you see, clearly Megatron time traveled to brainwash them to create Megatron.
No, because that didn't happen, because we know for a fact that the aerial bots the ones who time traveled then.
Yeah.
Because the aerial bots were thinking, man, those Decepticons aren't so bad.
Yeah.
Fucking aerial bots. Man.
And that ignores their original origin, which is that they were built on Earth.
Yep.
Which makes sense because in the one episode when all of the Transformers that weren't built on Earth start to have problems because their metal hadn't been whatever, they needed like to be reinforced with something.
Super.
And
You know, we have one more level to do for Loran.
Yeah.
It'll make the episode go on a little long, but fuck it, we'll just finish Loran
Fuck
up.
it, right?
let's do.
Because we're like 10 minutes away from an hour, but fuck it.
I mean, I can still bullshit about so much shit.
Oh, yes.
I mean, yeah, we can bullshit. We could do it for 2 hours, but that's a little too much because I'm gonna have to render that and I gotta recompress it because for whatever reason, Gundam Dynasty Warriors Gundam videos come up at a high gigabyte count. Like when they first get rendered, and I always have to do compression to make it so I can actually upload it within a feasible amount of time.
Huh.
And imagine what we'd be
I only have to
talking
do that with
about
a
if we
couple
could
things.
actually see this.
I mean,
I mean, it's just Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
I
Like, come on,
I played the game, so I'm pretty sure I have a good mental image of what's going on.
yeah, like it's not like it's super complicated.
Yeah,
Lauren
most-
is
like-
running around slicing through whatever the.
Well,
grunt
right
of the
now
level
I'm
is.
getting ready to do the mission, so it's the briefing section. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be happening. Just Turn A Gundam beating the shit out of things. The people that watch this have even said they just kind of listen to us banter and bullshit about whatever.
Oh, okay.
So honestly, we could just pick like when this is done, we just pick another game and do that.
I mean,
Honestly, one thing I want to do, Train, after we finish Dynasty Warriors Gundam, I want to do at least you and me, or like or even the three of us playing Gundam versus against each other, or teamed up. Either way,
we could try.
I'll never let anyone take over your
it can go terribly. It's fine. I like how the Turn A Gundam in that doesn't have its gun as its main weapon. It just uses the fucking Gundam hammers.
Yeah, they want to change it up a bit.
It's fun to pilot, but it's just funny, just it dragging those things along. Also, man, Loran can yell loud.
Bean.
I forgot how loud he could yell.
Can he break the mic, though?
No.
Give him
And
time.
he also can't yell loud enough to be heard in the upper atmosphere like Harry Ort could.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we can't all be him. Like, come on.
No. Universe.
Maybe with training he could.
If something were to happen to you, I wouldn't have anyone to ask out on
Uh.
a date after the war.
That was like when Harry and Gim fight, and it's just them like screaming at each other.
Fucking Gim.
Oh, Emma wants to date Hikan. Good thing that all ends well, and she gets to marry
I
him.
wonder if that-
Oh, Heineken.
I like saying his name funny.
Henkin,
Leave me alone.
whatever.
Whatever. Like,
Ten
the
Shinhan.
battle, the commander of the Raditz.
Yet another guy who died.
Shouldn't have named it after the weakest Saiyan.
Ten Shinhan.
That is like possibly the worst death in Zeta, or the most useless death in Zeta.
Yeah,
when
he just
he
fly-
sacrifices an entire ship to save Emma,
He
getting
dies.
himself and all his crew killed, and Emma dies 5 minutes later anyway from the same guy.
It's almost like
Yarzan.
It's almost like
The great Yarzan.
the greatest greatest war hero the Titans ever had, who's then completely defeated and confounded by junkyard brats.
Throwing trash and shooting chickens at him.
Yep.
Okay, what are the victory conditions this time? I mean, it could change.
But then
let's
he's still
see.
like the guy. He still gets away with it. Like he mass murders so many of the Zeta cast, and then like he never gets killed for it.
He kills one more
By the way-
for good measure in Double Zeta.
Who does he kill in Double Zeta?
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Like
the
he
fact that Loran's final is against Musha Gundam again makes Loran's plot feel more like the main character's plot, if you catch my drift.
yes.
Because the other ones are just like, alright, we beat him up once. Okay, now let's just go fight Master Asia in space for a little bit.
If I remember right, Loran's story is the coming together of all of the Gundam protagonists as well.
Well, they all do, but this one feels more like a thing, because it's like Musha Gundam's still the big threat, where that's just like, alright, we're trying to have a duel, and then like Haman shows up to be a dick in the middle of the duel, and then the other ones show up like, hey, let them have their duel, jeez.
A duel, you say? I got nothing.
This feels more like the canon of this non-canon story.
Yes. Which will
Bad.
never be referenced ever again.
It's better than the canon
No.
of Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, where everyone's fighting Night Gundam, who's just an actual nice guy. He just summoned everyone to fight for shits and giggles.
Listen, I want to fight, but fighting's not cool. Have you seen your franchise in the toys?
Ugh. Whoa,
War's
what is
bad,
it?
except it looks pretty cool when it's fought with giant robots.
Yeah, basically.
Man, war sucks until you get giant robots.
I'm not going to let those mobile suits or the people
Or
who use
F-35s.
I'll take on anyone who doesn't respect
That
human
too.
life.
The worst.
Loren, I'll take it. Loren, I'll take on anyone who doesn't respect human life and kill them in the process.
The F-35.
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of what he's saying, but it's just funny.
I don't know. I've looking at the F-35, the new jet you guys are pumping out. It's like, man, why? You spent like $1 trillion on a plane that doesn't even fucking work. Like, it has VTOL capabilities, right?
That we don't even need.
But like, if it uses those, it has to refuel in the air.
Listen,
Otherwise,
listen.
it hasn't got the fuel
Listen,
supply.
listen. We can't afford reforming healthcare. We need to spend it more on useless jets and other useless military weapons that we don't need.
That we don't need because, you know, it's not like guys in the desert have an air force. I'm just waiting for
They
I'm
might
waiting for
they
the
might
base.
start throwing camels at the planes,
Yeah.
and those planes need to be faster so the camels don't fall. Or the RPG or whatever fucking random shit that they're gonna use against people that literally don't have an air force, like you said.
Don't worry.
Literally, it's like I think the bomb with the F-35 has like a specific limit of I think 40,000 feet, but nobody flies that high because there's nothing shooting at them. On the regular,
Maybe they're worried that like they'll start strapping like rockets to cactuses and start using them as jets.
I mean, let's be honest though. If camels did start getting blown up, we just go to California.
Oh.
They've got them in excess.
so many camels.
Oh my god. Fucking I have not stopped thinking about how awful that is.
It was
Good.
pretty.
Like I was at work and I was thinking about how fucking atrocious Carbomia
Like sitting
is.
at work and I'm like, man, freaking Carbomia, like what's that? And they're like, oh,
Then out loud. I'm not gonna say that out loud. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you should. You should just be in work and then suddenly just yell out, "Man, fuck car bomber!"
and like what? And then you just pull up the website, the Transformers wiki, and be like, oh, this is what I'm talking about.
It is like one of the most blatantly racist things I've ever seen on national television for kids. Like, Mirakuru is awful. Carbomia.
Like, oh yeah, we talked about it. Mirakuru. We can chalk up to ignorance rather than racism. Where like, it could have still been, but you can like possibly see it just being flat out ignorance rather than contempt and hatred.
Yeah.
There is no excuse for Carbomia. Even though, like, again, we live in an age where you can just Google this shit and learn the actual fucking Japanese word for miracle.
Which-
Like, come on.
Which, yeah, who could possibly know what that is?
It's impossible to know.
Plenty of people will know it's Kiseki. You know how I know that? Because there's an entire video game series
There are people who would
that's
stop
named that.
and try to use
Do you know how I know that? Because the second result on Japanese word for miracle is a Reddit thread asking why the fuck did they use Mirakuru instead of Kiseki? I love Google searches sometimes. It's like that one time where a friend of mine showed me a picture of someone. I was like, "Oh shit, that's the Gundam MILF!" And he literally the first result into Google when he typed Gundam MILF was what's her face from Build Fighters.
Oh yeah.
I would tell you I was shocked, but I'm not shocked because you showed me that before.
Yeah, I know.
That is the very second search.
Yeah,
First search, what is Japanese word for miracle? Second search, Mirakuru's name. Why isn't it Kiseki from Arrow Reddit?
it's hilarious. Fucking hell.
Mirakuru.
Mirakuru
Where did you get the Mirakuru? Oh my god.
from Carbomia.
That was
Why do you know that name? Oh wait, wrong thing.
That was like I
Sorry.
remember watching the episode. I was like, wait, what? What's he calling it? Because he doesn't actually say what it's called. He just grabs the guy. He's like, "Where'd you get the Mirakuru?" And then it's revealed that like he knows what it is from his episodely island flashback,
It just.
which they stopped because they ran out of years he was on the island.
Oh yeah, I did wonder about that.
Yeah, no.
They're like, oh crap, our easy plot device. No.
Which is another reason Arrow season 6 was not that great because, well,
It's almost like Arrow was never really well written.
Arrow, not that great.
no, well, Arrow was pretty. No, like we said, Arrow was good for season 1 and 2, and then it started getting pretty bad in season 3. Then season 4 was like eye cancer.
Yes, season 4, where Malcolm Merlin is directly responsible for nuking a whole American city and
Yes.
betraying all of the cast and getting Black Canary killed for the second time.
Yeah. And this time there's no takebacks.
Except when there is takebacks.
Well, I mean, they brought in a different version of her, but,
An alternate universe one.
an alternate
With
universe.
With superpowers.
An alternate universe with superpowers and...
They must have been watching Injustice 2 to get that idea.
Oh,
No, I think that basically the Flash writers were, like, really pissed that, like, they killed her. So they're like, fuck it, we'll introduce our own version. So they did, because the entire plot device for Flash Season 2 was people coming in from this other Earth. And then, like, Arrow Season 5 was like, okay, we'll take that character. Because...
And then they'll kill her.
Well,
too.
no. Well, the thing is, Flash Season 4 had yet a third version of this character. Like, right around the time, I think they were debating killing her again. Like, they were just saying, like, if you kill her, we're just going to throw in another one, so don't do it.
Don't you do it.
So, yeah. So they're like, okay, fine.
I mean,
Fine, we'll stop using the plot device of kill the chick in order to get the guy mowed
No,
up.
no, they killed her because, like, she was supposed to be Green Arrow's love interest, like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then then the show writers got all obsessed with this, like, side character.
yes, Felicity.
They all hated Felicity. So, like, they basically just changed the plot in Season 3 to make her the love interest. And then they were just like, well, I guess we better kill her because,
It's just competition.
just competition. And, like, the Felicity fangirls have this irrational hatred of Katie Cassidy for some reason.
Felicity is actually the worst, though.
She is.
Like, she fucking ruined the show.
Like one of the
Ruined it was already bad.
No, you don't understand. You weren't there, man.
you weren't
You
there.
I wasn't there.
You don't understand.
I abandoned that ship. I abandoned that ship a long time ago, so I do not understand.
The second season...
Go ahead if you want to
The
rant.
second season was, like, actually half decent. Like, it had some
I don't
it
believe
had
that
some
for a
stupid
second.
moments, Mirakuru being the main one, but, like, at least there's, like, shit's given. There's, like, a storyline and plot and character arcs. And then for season 3, it's like, fuck all of that.
It's like we're the Flash now. We don't need to try.
Ra's al Ghul in Arrow cosplay. This fucking moment where
What?
Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, whoever, like, dresses up in a shit Arrow costume and starts killing people, and then saying, "Remember, Green Arrow did this. It was the Green Arrow."
And they totally believe that.
It's like that scene in Luke Cage where Diamondback runs around hitting people saying, "I'm Luke Cage."
Jeez.
Actual scene from Luke Cage. Is the
I like
boss.
how Season 3 Arrow was so bad. Well, no, I mean Season 6 of Arrow was so bad and, like, pissed the cast off so much they actually got the showrunner fired.
And a whole
Well,
bunch and the writers replaced as well, didn't they?
Yo, they pretty much the entire, like, production cast was replaced. I mean, he wasn't fired, but he was removed from, like, showrunner to, like, creative consultant, which means he gives them a few ideas and they go, yes, we'll totally take that into consideration.
He
And they
does
close
nothing.
the door.
Yeah, he does
screw-
nothing. He gets a paycheck.
Yeah, he gets a paycheck and he gets to pitch bad ideas that they will promptly ignore. Because their ratings are at an all-time low, and Steve Amell is, like, really getting pissed, and this is the last year in his contract, so if they don't want the show to end here, they really have to impress like him. So they're like, okay, let's just get rid of this guy that everyone hates and change the whole writing staff. And apparently the trailer from San Diego Comic-Con looked really good, from what I've heard.
I have no intention.
I don't trust it. It's the same reason I gave up on the Flash after 3 seasons when they introduced Barry Black, as I like to call him.
I was gonna say Season 4 got better, but then Season 4 did not get better. Season 4 was good for, like...
It was typical CW strategy of we put actual effort into the first few episodes of the season, and then we just stopped giving a shit after that because suckers were already hooked.
Yeah, it was good until the crossover was over, which was actually a pretty okay crossover and better than Justice League the movie.
So the one where they fight.
I mean, come on, that's a low bar.
Is that one where they fight Nazis and it's at like their wedding, Iris and Barry's wedding, and then
Yes, that is the one where they
Felicity
fight Nazis
upstages
and
their
Iris
wedding.
and Barry's wedding. Yes, and then Felicity and Oliver hijack the wedding.
Which, at the very least, I would accept because it means Iris West doesn't get to be happy.
Yes, well, Iris West was pissed at like they're like all happy, and then like the very next episode of Flash, like the very first scene in the very next episode of Flash is them like is Iris being like, I want to return all their presents and screw them. I didn't want to make a day already worse, but damn them.
Yeah.
They're stealing our wedding. It's like the writers basically saying, screw you, Mark Guggenheim, for first forcing us to write that.
I mean, politics of the CW versus rather lost on me at this point. I didn't even bother with Supergirl after season 1. I saw it. It was like, man, this is garbage.
Apparently, Supergirl's this season was good, but I just stopped watching it a long time ago.
You just don't care because it started off so awfully.
I just don't care. Yeah, I mean, she's okay. She's pretty cool in the crossovers, but I don't really have any interest in seeing her.
Well, from what I understand, the show they focus more on like the boring love interest boy.
That's what you hit the nail on the head, down. You genius! You worked out the problem with every CW superhero show.
Which one?
All of them.
No, I mean, which love interest in Supergirl?
Probably like, what was his name in season 2?
Vanilla McWhiteman.
The guy who shows up in the second season.
Mon-El?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, well, he's gone. They got rid of him at the end of season 4, like forever, apparently.
Then whoever else is the love interest.
I mean, it was almost Olsen, but like that actor is like, the instant I get a bigger gig, guys, I'm gone.
Yeah.
So so he literally shows up like every couple episodes. Like he misses out on like half the season and only shows up to be like obligatory line because they're afraid to do anything with him because the actor's like, I'm bouncing the instant I get anything better.
I mean, I
think they pretty much got rid of every possible love interest at the end of season 4. So who knows what they're gonna do? I mean, season 3. So who knows?
I know who they can introduce for the next season.
Who?
Supergirl's one true love. Superhorse.
Oh no! I knew you were gonna fucking talk about Superhorse. I knew it. I knew
You're
it.
never
The
getting
second
over.
you said
You're
her
never
true
getting over
love.
that, are you?
Why should I?
That's a good point.
Why should anyone get over that one time Supergirl fucked Superhorse?
So next year they're bringing in Batwoman, the only Batman character CW is allowed to have.
It's like getting over that one time where Miss Marvel was raped by an alien so she could give birth to said alien.
Oh God!
Never forget that one.
Nobody wants to remember that one.
I'm just gonna say Aricia, and that's it.
You know what? Let's actually do this last segment. It's just all the stupid shit comic books have done that should never be given.
Should we actually explain to the audience why I just said Aricia?
Okay, so let's say Hal Jordan. Hal
Yes.
Jordan had a teenage girl sidekick called Aricia, who they then aged up so that she could have sex with Hal Jordan.
Hold on, let's add more context to this. So, Aricia was his little sidekick, and she had like one of those. They do this. This happens in real life. This is like a thing in fiction too, where the younger character has a crush on the older character, but they never go anywhere because that's fucking creepy. And when I mean younger, I mean teenage versus like Hal's like 30.
Yeah.
Also, Hal Jordan is a mass murdering psychopath.
Oh, he did become one. That is true.
But anyway,
So they decide. So one of the writers decide to age her up. Don't worry, her ring subconsciously aged her up both mentally and physically. It's fine. It's not creepy at all, except for it is. So that happened, and they then like immediately started making out because this isn't fucking creepy. And yeah, that's Aricia. Now, nowadays when they have Aricia around, they keep her and Hal Jordan far away from each other and pretend that never happened.
I mean, thankfully Superhorse never gets to come back.
No.
If you had your way,
If
though.
I had my way, Superhorse would be sent to the super glue factory.
No, they just abort that. It's like when they had Felicity show up in the actual Green Arrow comics for like 2 issues.
Oh.
And then like they were like, this is terrible.
And then they killed her, and then they shot her in the face with an arrow, I hope.
No, they didn't kill her. They just had her like leave, and then like they never spoke of her again.
I remember that time.
And like when and like. Occasionally the Green Arrow like fandom would be like, so when's Felicity gonna come back in the comics? And DC's like, we have a standing order that she's never ever to come back in the comics ever again.
Good.
I like how Loran just screams, "Earth is not a battlefield," while beating the shit out of Master Asia.
I
It's
mean,
not a battlefield.
it kind of is.
Master Asia's like, oh god, beating the hell out of me! This is bullshit, you're not Domo.
Darkness finger.
I like how they did a second season of Jessica Jones. It's like they didn't even do the one other plot that Jessica Jones has.
Which is
I don't even understand why Jessica Jones got her own fucking thing.
Because they were in a mad, desperate scrabble to find a female superhero that they could do something with.
I mean, there are them, but they have to go to not shielding.
Yeah, but the problem
wanted
was
to do a Jessica Jones show for like years.
the problem was also that there are quite a few characters who Netflix weren't allowed to really work with.
Yeah.
That's also
Because MCU rights.
I mean, they wanted to do this. They wanted to do like Captain Marvel, but MCU was like, she's ours.
You can't touch that.
She's ours. Although they've been waiting like 10 years. Like they keep putting her off. So
It's almost like she's not a very interesting character.
Remember when she was almost like she was supposed to be introduced in Age of Ultron, and then that didn't happen.
Remember when
she was
supposed
to be introduced in Civil War, and then that didn't happen.
Yeah,
And
but
now
that's
it
because
Yeah,
they got Spidey for Civil War.
of course.
Who they turn into Iron Lad.
Iron Lad. And then hey, she's finally gonna get her own solo movie.
Yeah, about time.
I can't wait for Brie Larson to sleep her way through that performance again.
You get the feeling they're like starting to regret casting Brie Larson because of something she
Who is she again?
She's an actress who, like, if she actually gives a shit and tries,
No, I mean, who is she playing?
She's playing
again?
Captain Marvel.
Carol Danvers.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is that, like, I noticed it in Kong Skull Island, where it's like, oh, they hired her, and I guess she just picked up a paycheck because I don't think she actually bothered. Just like, man. So, yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Carol Danvers anyway.
Which one?
Well, comic version, because she was in Avengers. She was in the worst season of Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
And she was pretty good.
She was all right.
I mean,
She's good when she's like written by the right people. The problem is they give her to like. The problem with Marvel is that when they like have a stride on making a character or improving a character, they then give it to a writer who's like, and now she's a fascist.
It's just because Marvel has basically no respect for its properties. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like she was good like back in like 2000 to 2010 when she was like with the new Avengers and stuff. And then they decided they were going to name her Captain Marvel and make her like their first big female hero they were pushing because they needed somebody, I guess. They needed somebody that wasn't an X-Man or a Fantastic Four.
Or She-Hulk.
Or a blatant or a blatant, like... I know it's not really rip-off, but that's how they're going to see them.
Even though she kind of is, because she's the sidekick of actual Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but nobody cares.
Also, the personality, when they do write her decently, the personality they give her is pretty much Power Girl.
Yeah, it's like quip, punch, which is fine.
Because that's kind of how Power Girl
That is
is.
how Power
just
Girl
being
is.
cocky.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, no, I love Power Girl, and like I said, I like that version of Carol when she's written like that. But it's like I was saying earlier, it's just
That's not the version we
We're
get
ta-
most of the time.
yeah.
And it's like...
The only positive thing is that's probably how she's going to be in the movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, they made Iron Man popular again, so, I'm sure it'll do all right.
Yeah, well, Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man popular. Let's not beat around the bush.
They made Ant-Man
They made Scott Lang popular, who literally no one else knew who Scott Lang was except for nerds.
Yeah, that's true.
They made Rocket Raccoon popular.
Well, it didn't seem really that hard. Oh, yeah, I remember, like, I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy with my sister.
But I remember like a couple years ago, I was like, yeah, they'll never make a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and then they did, and I was like, I don't know if it's gonna do that well, and then it did.
Yeah, well, I went with them, and they're like, so are they big characters? I'm like, no, they're like
It's just
like
chumps.
E-list. And then I walked there, and like people loved it and applauded, and I was like, wow, they can make anything work.
Humanity's future.
I mean, yeah, and it took them 3 tries to make Thor
And
work.
let it help humanity.
I thought Thor 1 was alright.
Which one?
No, the first one.
It's just kind of there is the problem. Like, for all the talk about it's the God of Thunder, it's like, oh, I mean,
Oh, he's just an
Eventually
alien
he'll,
because
like-
they were too afraid. Because that was before they were. That was back when they made it. That was when they were too afraid to go full comic book.
there still are, to be fair.
They embrace it more now than they did then.
Do they? Because I
Yes.
don't know.
Actually,
Well, was he?
yes, because Rocket Raccoon exists.
Was he an alien though, or was he? You know.
In the comics, he was a. In the movie series, they made him an alien. They might have retconned it later, but at first they made him an alien.
Well, he was like from Asgard, which was the same thing, like a higher realm. Basically.
Yeah, but they made it. They made it like an
You
alien
can't, like,
planet.
fly a spaceship to Asgard.
I mean,
It's not like you do need,
I
like,
know
this-
they're. I know they're like magic is just technology that like we have is really advanced. Except in the same movie, they had Loki, who just blatantly has inherent magical powers.
And Doctor Strange, who just also has magic powers.
Like I said, they at first were afraid to be comic booky,
Yeah.
and then they kind of slowly embraced the more silly aspects of being a fucking comic
I've talked
book.
Not
about
only does
this-
Doctor Strange have magic powers. Doctor Strange has magic powers. He was just taught.
I mean,
Unlike
He was taught magic.
Yeah.
I've talked about this with a friend in regards to like a Dragon Ball movie. And it's like, basically, you cannot hold back. If you're going to do Dragon Ball, you have to go full tilt Dragon Ball. You cannot compromise on anything, otherwise it just will not work. And it's like also the same with Metal Gear Solid, which is why the upcoming movie is going to be a travesty.
Probably.
Like, you can't compromise, you can't half-ass it, you can't say, okay, we'll do all of this, and this from the series, but we're not going to do any of this. Because the second you do that, you've already kind of ruined the idea of what it is you're adapting. It's like with Dragon Ball, it's like, yeah, we'll do all the fight scenes, the Kamehameha, the Master Roshi. We're not really going to have, like, the full-on, like, bizarre comedy of it. We're not going to have, like, Goku be an actual retard with brain damage.
Yeah.
No, he's just...
You're not even wrong. I kind of groan, but I'm just like, you know what? You're not wrong.
Like, yeah, but the second you take away those elements, it's like now it's just this generic martial arts movie.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't be how you should feel about Dragon Ball. It's like the Karate Kid, but shit.
I remember when James Marshall was like really hyped to be in it too. I can't imagine how he felt when that was over.
I did tell you that he actually is the voice of Zamasu in Xenoverse 2.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh.
In Xenoverse 2.
Speaking of that though, apparently for the Broly movie, Toriyama was actually deferring more to the editors this time and not being as dictatorial as he was with Super.
And still don't trust it.
I actually kind of do have a good feeling about it, which is weird for me to say about Broly.
I largely suspect the film will go, man, Broly is absolutely overpowered and dominating us. And then Goku's like, oh, right, Ultra Instinct.
I mean, isn't that like every fight in Dragon Ball?
Yeah, but...
In Dragon Ball, it's always we punch the guy and it does nothing, and we keep punching him until it does something after we get our transformation hair color change.
I mean, that's the way it worked in the first Broly movie. Like,
He's
even
more powerful
fully
than
powered up, Broly was beating everyone up, and then all of a sudden, Goku.
He was beating them up. I was like, oh no, give all your power to one guy, and that'll somehow
They
make
give all the power to Goku, and then he punches Broly once, and like
then Broly
He
explodes.
somehow.
And then, except he didn't explode. He just wound up on Earth. And then they battled against Gohan and Goten, and then he got pushed into the sun, and it's like, well, it's over now. And then,
Don't forget he like threw Videl into the water, and Trunks was also there.
was
Yeah.
Trunks...
He was
Wait,
just
Trunks was there? Videl
Trunks-
was there?
Trunks was there.
Videl was there. That's
Yeah.
probably, in fact, that's probably like the most movie action Videl ever got.
Fusion movie.
Too slow.
Yeah, because she was great Sailor Woman in Fusion movie.
Is it-
Yeah, but I mean, she didn't really do much except
Is it still
like
They-
fly around and.
I mean, here's what she did in the Broly movie. She flew up to intercept him first, because funny enough, she's the first one to sense him.
Yeah.
And she like tries to punch him, misses. he just like punches her in the gut and then just like axe handles her into the water and flies away.
Yes. And she somehow survives that.
He Spopoviches her.
And then she later gets a major hit on him by throw.
Oh yeah, she makes a joke. She actually makes a joke like that where he's like, why do I always have to fight the big dumb ugly guys?
Yeah. And then and then like towards the end, like she comes back and like she throws a crystal at him and it somehow hurts him. I don't know why.
And then after that she throws a fit at Gohan because Gohan didn't pick her up first.
Yes.
I mean,
Because of course.
Gohan was.
She's like, I could have drowned.
I mean, it's kind of busy fighting Broly.
Also, this whole thing, I'm not
Yeah.
even going to try to figure out where it fits into canon because it doesn't.
Don't try that with the movies. Don't you fucking
I also
try.
like how Broly's astronomically more powerful because
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan still can't even beat him. Because
Oh,
Saiyans, right?
if we want to talk about astronomic power, I want to point out in most of that Broly trailer, he was just in his base form, dropping them around.
Yeah, he doesn't even go Super Saiyan until.
Until like the very end of the trailer, where you see him
I
transform.
wonder if they're going to do the Team 4-star thing of just going on about how stupid he is.
Nah.
Like, this is a terrible concept.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, it's just like the best. It's the legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I don't know why the Team 4-star picks on him that much. I mean,
It's literally just because, honestly,
Yeah, I mean-
because the second they started doing the movies, everyone was just like, when Broly?
because I mean, like,
Also, when they finally watch Broly, they like when they were doing their like top thing for Christmas or like the movies. When they got to Broly, they're just like, this movie actually sucks.
because I mean, Broly is a stupid character, but I mean, it's not like the other movie villains are any better. In fact, Broly was the first one that wasn't a blatant ripoff of another character, or just Frieza again.
Well,
With a
Dr.
different
Wheelo
name.
was. Dr. Wheelo wasn't a rip-off of anyone.
Dr. Wheelo was his own thing.
He's
Was
just-
he?
Dr. Wheelo got ripped off later by Dr. Gero.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. He came out before Zero. Okay, but I mean, you had Evil Goku, who is basically just also Vegeta, kind of.
We've had evil Goku several times now.
And then you had Lord Slug. I mean, King Piccolo. I mean, Lord Slug.
Technically, you could count Broly as an evil Goku.
Not well. So let's see. So first you have Garlic Jr., who's literally evil Piccolo. Who's literally just Piccolo Jr.
No, he's
Yep.
Pilaf if he was actually a physical threat.
Pilaf Piccolo Jr. had the fusion.
Yeah.
Pilafalo. Yeah,
And
there
then
we
you
go.
have Willow.
Who's original.
No, well, yeah, but except he had robots, so he was kind of like the Red Ribbon Army.
Except he did also have Bioman.
Oh yes, Bioman.
We are Bioman.
Yes. And then Turles, who is just Vegeta mixed with Goku.
Yes.
And then Lord Slug, who is literally just King Piccolo.
He's just King Piccolo again.
And then Cooler.
I love the gag in the bridge version where people keep calling him or they keep calling Lord Slug King Piccolo is
He
great.
keeps killing them.
Yeah. And then that one kiss out is just, well, Lord Slug, just,
Lord Slug,
just repeating. things.
great Lord Slug. Lord
No, he
Slug.
says Lord Slug a million times because like the last three guys kept calling him King Piccolo, and then he
Yeah.
killed them. So he's like, "Hey, Lord Slug, just making sure I have that okay."
And then,
Cooler,
yeah, then it's Cooler, who's just Frieza.
Cooler twice. Cooler's literally just in the Japanese version. He's literally just Frieza, the same
Yeah.
voice and everything.
And then we get Meta Cooler.
The English version is what made Cooler.
Yeah,
cool.
because the English version had old lady Frieza, whereas Cooler actually had a
And-
deep masculine voice. At least until
and
the
also because of the line changes, they made him more intelligent than Frieza.
yeah.
Find the
Because
body.
they're like, find the body. What? He's dead. Do I look like an idiot? Find the body. I know fiction. If you don't see a body, then they're not dead. He could have been vaporized. Fuck off. Find the body.
Fuck off, Naze. But then there's and then you get to Broly, who is technically original. Who's after Oh, Bojack.
Bojack. I think.
Wait, oh, we missed out Super Android 13. Shit.
Oh yeah, Super Android 13, who is just
Who's just Cell?
he's literally the villains of that exact arc that was going on at the time they were making.
Yes,
the
when I
movie.
stopped. I finished the story mode a while ago. I'm just gonna let us finish this conversation before I end it.
Super Android 13, who's just everything.
No,
He
he's
even
the
has-
androids and Cell, and like at the time, the androids and Cell were the villains.
Yeah.
So that's like super uncreative there. Minus
And-
10 points.
And then after Broly, you get into Bojack, who's just I don't know what Bojack's deal was. I mean,
He's just a space
I
pirate.
know he was in a hit TV show in the 90s, but
Oh, don't forget, he later became a horseman.
On an
But no,
I
he,
do want an edge of
he-
Bojack Horseman. It's Bojack the pirate.
he's literally just a space pirate who likes to steal stuff. That's
And
literally
then
it.
he becomes the Hulk.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Though he was his own thing, to be fair. Like, he wasn't quite the other
Yeah.
ones.
What was after Bojack? Oh, Brody 2.
Broly again, Broly twice.
And then Brody 3.
And then it was the fusion.
Yeah,
movie.
Janemba, who's
who was
Super
basically Boo.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
Boo was going on, and then the 13th movie actually had that kaiju thing. Who was,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Kronos, though.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It's a little sad that you cut out, like, on my thing right then, because that would have been great, but oh well. But yeah, no, Kronos was, like, there. It was basically just a Chrono Trigger character.
And then after that, it's Battle of the... Well, do we count the GT movie?
GT movie didn't really even have a villain, I don't
Had,
think.
like, a big bear thing.
Yeah, a bear.
Yeah, like,
that
it was more of like a... It was more like a coming of age
It was
sort
like one of
story.
the first, like, villains you'd see in early Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And then that...
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I liked
Then
it.
you had Battle of the Gods, which had Beerus, who was original. And the
probably-
best movie
yeah,
villain ever
probably
made.
the best movie villain
Yes.
so far.
I love Beerus. I love Beerus so
And then
much.
you had Frieza again, who... I mean, it's...
And that was underwhelming.
then ended poorly. And then we're right back with Broly. Yeah.
Time for Broly again.
So if we keep up with this...
Though honestly, I do have I don't know what it is, but for some reason I have a bit of faith in that new Broly movie.
I can't wait for the movie after Broly where we bring back Cooler. Make Cooler canon.
We'll never get Cell
Just
back.
wait till Android 21 shows up in some form.
Wait till Android 13 and 21 both become canon.
No, BoJack. We bring BoJack back.
We bring back Android 16 and then kill him again.
Bio Broly.
Oh my god. That's it, we should just make the next movie should just be all of the weird, shitty, dumb, like, non-canon Dragon Ball villains all get to show up. Turles 2!
I know what the plot is. Dr. Wheelo resurrects all the shitty villains. But his true ace in the hole isn't any of them. He resurrected one villain, one forgotten villain, and gave him extra power. Apul!
Fucking a pool.
Pool. You left the
No,
pool
no,
here.
it's Hatchiakin.
The pool couldn't handle a shot of raspberry schnapps, let alone Vegeta.
But now he has become the ultimate life form thanks to Dr. Wheelo.
Good old Dr. Wheelo.
See, I was either gonna go with that or he brainwashed and overpowered Yamcha, but they already did that in Xenoverse too.
That's just it. I never considered we could just steal Xeno. We could just take Xenoverse because then
You
we
know,
could.
you know what they could bring in? Super Android.
We could bring in
17.
Demigura.
Oh god.
Why don't we just bring in Demigura? Demigura is
No,
actually
but what I was
good.
going to say is if we do the Xenoverse plot, we can literally just reuse animation from Kai and Super. It's brilliant. Someone call Toei right now.
Call Toriyama. He'll love our lazy ideas.
Anyway.
Hey, we should probably end it though, because we're going on pretty long. But that was just too good of a back and forth to end right there. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed me staring at the menu screen for a couple minutes as we finished the final bit of our conversation.
That's right.
See you next time for either Hero or Master Asia, and that'll probably be the end of Dynasty Warriors.
I think we need to change this series from Let's Play to Let's Talk.
I don't put Let's Play in my titles, so
Let's
it's fine.
rant. Let's rant about stuff while Dan plays.
I jokingly call it a podcast. Anyway, have a good day.